Well, a lot of attention to tomorrow's Artemis II launch there at Cape Canaveral, and actually the weather looking pretty good. Checking the satellite and radar combined, you can see we do have some showers off the Gulf Coast, but there's a big area of high pressure sitting right over the southeast, which is going to keep out any significant showers. You see some just to the north of the Cape there, just off of northern Florida, but those again staying right there. If we get a little bit closer, really all they have is some middle and high clouds kind of moving through. It's Cape Canaveral is right up there, and you can see not much going on. It's going to be pretty much like this all the way through tomorrow. There may start to develop some showers on Thursday, but looks pretty open tomorrow. I think the launch window, which starts at about 3:24 our time tomorrow, is got about 3 hours that they can launch in tomorrow, and then I'll have to put it off until the next day potentially. But if we check the forecast right now they're forecasting an 80% chance that the weather will not be a problem for the launch, so that's good news. Mostly cloudy skies, so kind of what we're seeing today, those middle and high clouds kind of drifting through, and temperatures, well, not any problem at the mid-70s at that launch time. It's going to be about 6:24 back there, so it'll be getting on towards evening. So keep our fingers crossed. Also, a full moon tomorrow at 7:11 tomorrow night our time. We'll have the full moon out there, so they've got a big target to aim at if they can hit the road tomorrow. Closer to home, well, we've got the middle and high clouds with us today. We do have a storm system off the coast that's going to be moving in as we head towards late tonight. We're just going to see these leading clouds coming out of it, and rain probably holding off until after midnight tonight. And right now it looks like kind of a wet and cool day on Wednesday, but today actually not all that bad. We have a lot of clouds, but there's going to be breaks in the overcast, and occasionally you look up and see the sun like you're looking at it through frosted glass. So that's still going to warm us up considerably over yesterday. We only got up to 50 out at the airport yesterday. We should get up into the mid to maybe some upper 50s out there today, so that's good news. And importantly, unlike yesterday, we can actually see the terminal there. We had so much fog around yesterday, and ice and freezing fog. None of that this morning thanks to this cloud cover overnight. You can see the base of those clouds up above 14,500 feet, basically, the top of Rainier. So there's definitely high clouds out there. Checking our low temperatures this morning, most places considerably warmer than they were yesterday. The one that really stands out is Port Townsend. They dropped down to 23 at one point yesterday. Now they're at 34 degrees. And at mid-morning, checking out the change since yesterday, you can see everybody's pretty much up 5, 6, 7 degrees from where we were yesterday. So off to a running start on today's temperatures. Our satellite image does show those overrunning clouds in front of that system. This system developing out here, that'll push in after midnight tonight for a round of rain moving in. It's going to stick with us through most of the day tomorrow. Not going to be all that heavy, but it'll be consistent through the day. We'll get maybe a quarter to a half an inch of rain out of it, and then that should, the front itself, the cold front, should move through probably late afternoon, early evening, and that'll turn that steady rain to off and on showers. And right now it looks like high pressure builds in pretty quickly, which should cut those showers off pretty quickly on Thursday, with clearing later in the day. And then it looks like we're going to settle into a nice ridge of high pressure over us as we head towards the weekend, which is going to give us some sunshine and maybe push those temperatures up well into the 60s. We'll look at that in just a second. Shorter term, looking at the computer model, you can see in terms of the rainfall, it really starts to move into Puget Sound early tomorrow morning, and then it's kind of wet through the day tomorrow. And as we head on into Thursday morning, you see it starts to let up. We start to see it break out as the high pressure builds in, and we clear out pretty quickly as we head into Friday. And then the ridge builds over us. We're going to see a couple systems brush by to the northwest, so we might see some high clouds spilling over the area from that, but that's going to be about it for the weekend. And the net effect of that is going to be to warm us up. We could actually see some low to mid 60s at times for the holiday weekend, so not doing too bad. Looks like that's going to last all the way through Monday, and then as we head into Tuesday, we'll start to see some system moving in off the Pacific. Checking the mountains, well, certainly could use some more snow, and actually they're going to get some snow tomorrow. They're at Paradise, a little above 5,000 feet. I mean, they have snow there, but those banks are much lower than they normally are at this time of the year. Looking at the passes, no driving problems at all today. It's going to be barren, dry, or barren wet pavement for all the passes. And if you're headed up there to do some skiing, you're going to be looking at probably it's going to feel like spring skiing today. That snow level up around 5,000 feet today. Tomorrow, when the precipitation moves in, it's going to be kind of a rain-snow mix potentially, with snow levels running around 3,500 feet. I think it'll stay snow at the base of all the other areas except up the pass, and there could be that rain-snow mix, but it will turn to snow later in the day. You see we drop down below 2 or below pass level for Thursday, and we're going to be seeing maybe 3 to 6 inches of snow out of this, it looks like, before we dry out. And you see we definitely warm up over the weekend with those snow levels getting up to about 8,000 feet on Sunday. Checking the forecast, the 7-day forecast for Snoqualmie. So that kind of rain-snow mix Wednesday, but again, it will go to snow later in the day. So at least up at the summit, probably the best ski day, probably for most of the areas is going to be Thursday in terms of new snow, but you'll have new snow everywhere as you head into the weekend, which is going to be spring skiing with those temperatures at Snoqualmie Pass getting up into the mid to maybe upper 50s as we head towards the end of the weekend. Definitely feel like spring skiing there. Closer to home here in the lowlands today, warming up over yesterday's highs, which, as I said, out of the airport was only around 50 degrees. We're going to be in the mid to maybe some upper 50s. I think down South Sound you might get a little bit of sunshine today, being a little farther away from that system. As we head into tomorrow, though, they really drop with that cold front moving in and the rain through the day. Upper 40s and low 50s, comparable to what we saw on Sunday. And then as we head on towards Thursday, we'll start to rebound with temperatures in the low to mid 50s. And by the time we start to hit Friday and the remainder of the weekend, upper 50s to low 60s. Going out into the weekend, though, you see, as we get into Saturday, we could be seeing some low to mid 60s down in the South Sound. We'll start to cool a little bit, though, as we head towards Sunday on into Monday. Overall, again, checking that out. So today, mostly cloudy. We'll see some sun breaks out there at times. Temperatures getting into the mid to upper 50s. Tomorrow, rain at times and cool, upper 40s and low 50s. Decreasing showers with clearing in the afternoon on Thursday. We'll see partly to mostly sunny skies for Friday, Saturday, Easter Sunday, and for Monday, with those high temperatures getting to the upper 50s and low to maybe some mid 60s. And checking that 6 to 10 day temperature forecast. If we will go to it, there it is. You can see we stay mild through the weekend, and then we do cool back to more normal temperatures as we head into next week, and those rounds of light rain start moving in beginning on Tuesday.